right, we are back. I don't know what happened yesterday. I thought yesterday was Wednesday until this morning. So, we're not going to be doing a new figure on Figure Friday. We're going to be finishing Aloy, which is fun. But, I don't know how that happened. But we're back on a Friday, and we're happy it happened that way, because it's always better to wake up and think it's Thursday and realize it's Friday than think it's Friday and realize it's Thursday. Kind of made sense. So we're doing pretty good. We have a little bit of noise in the background, potentially. Our studio partner is in today. Very loud and obtrusive. JK, we won't hear anything. So we're gonna just turn the music up. No, we won't. It's not loud enough. We're gonna jump right into it here. Because, like I've talked about, sometimes you reach a point where I've looked at this piece now where I want to finish it because I like where it's going. And I want to, get it off the desk, start something new. We had another piece ready to go today. I genuinely don't know what happened yesterday. What did we do yesterday? At night, right? Yeah, that's when I was like prepping for my posts and everything. I think I almost posted that it's like Happy Hump Day yesterday. Did I say that on my Insta thing? I might have fully said Happy Wednesday yesterday. I mean, I said and then starting a new piece on Friday. Yeah, I said Happy Hump Day yesterday. Something. What's that? You're so deep. You're not wrong. But that's so weird. I literally woke up today and looked at my phone and saw Friday and was like, what? And like did a triple take. That's so weird. It's not happening. Long time, if ever. So yeah, we lost a day this week somewhere. It's been a weird week there. But that's why we're gonna finish up Aloy today, and then depending on how long, we have another piece right here. I mean, it's pretty close. It's not ready yet. I'm gonna wake up and do a bunch of drawing on it, but apparently I can't because it's Friday. Who knew? Probably a lot more people than me, but still, that's not something I'm gonna admit. All right. Going, let's see what brushes we need here. Still need to get my like nice tin cups. No, I know they're tough to find. It's surprising. It's a horrible movie, also. Tin cup. Who's in that? It's a big actor in that too. I'm not gonna remember. It's a horrible golf movie. I actually think people like it a lot. I watched it in film class in college, actually. Is it film history of cinema or whatever? I don't know. It was really cool, actually. It was way cooler than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, we had to watch that movie, and it was bad. That movie was bad. All right. So what we're gonna start with is we're gonna get this bow completed, and I lied right off the bat. We're gonna jump right into the background a little. No, we're not. Double lie. We're gonna do the bow because I want to see the finished colors, at least like full colors, and then I can go and change the background, change the foreground, and change accordingly. But I was gonna start right back here. I almost want I'll be able to see these better. Okay. I don't know what day it is, so I'm a little confused. do not want it that bright of a value or that saturated. Not what we're going with. Saturation, chroma, and hue. I believe are the three things we're dealing with color. Chroma and hue might be the same. But you're always playing with value. And then you're dealing with how saturated, how bright of a color it is, should be. That's kind of why color's tough. There's a lot of different components to it. That's why people, a lot of times, the best thing you can do is start with charcoal, because it's just values, and the best thing you can learn are your values, because with everything, if your values are correct, everything else kind of works and you can learn easier. If your values are wrong and you're trying to learn your values, your colors, and everything, your drawing, etc., it's very difficult. The best thing you can do is get your values pretty close. You can see them, see what you want to see. Then you can paint it. Definitely. Doesn't mean everybody's going to work the same. But painting is essentially just drawing with color. Just finding the right shape, the right color, putting it in the right place. No different than drawing, really. And other than adding the component of color, but you can draw with color too. So it kind of all stays the same. And then it's just controlling the medium that you can get it to do what you want it to do when you want it to do that. That's the hardest part. That was always the challenge for me, is learning to make the shapes I wanted to make, not seeing them. I feel like that's a pretty common thing that people realize. A lot of times we see what we should be making, but that doesn't mean we could actually like do it on the paper. I mean, that's why a lot of artists stress just drawing ellipses, cylinders, squares, and just basic shapes all the time. It never stops. Because that's all you're doing. You're just making the shapes more and more complex. So what's a triangle might become a triangle with a little circle attached, and then you add in a rectangle mixed with another little triangle. That's like your little shape that you have. But if you can't accurately make that shape, it doesn't matter if you can see it. Kind of want to throw a little bit flatter down. That's fun. I think because it's kind of a gouache watercolor mix, I can kind of make it work. Where I can cover it and pick it up if it it settles on. Lo-fi, Russian lo-fi vibe all day long. Got Ariel listening to it daytime, and she's like, "Well, yeah." Probably not. not known for my impressions, so I don't think it's gonna be too accurate. It's gonna be like stylized, if anything. Best I can do. Impressions would be really. I feel like if you're a person that can do impressions, you have a lot of fun doing them with people like around it. Like it definitely becomes a very funny thing. People just are always waiting to do. And or they're so annoyed that you're always doing impressions. But they're definitely always that much. I definitely and in my head I could, and then I like say it out loud, and I'm like, nah, that's exactly what I kind of do. It would sound like if I really said it. But pinch yourself. Head is gonna sound very. All right, we're gonna let that dry, and we might kind of put some more down. But let's test. All right, I'm gonna work top down here so that I don't. Really doesn't matter, to be honest. Kind of splitting hairs. Actually, maybe I work up so I let that dry a little. No, I'm gonna work on the top because I already have this color ready. That's what's decided this. The bow is very much, I mean, it's a video game, so it's not a real material necessarily, but it looks like an iron or steel. There's like some sort of like, you know, carbon fiber almost underneath, which is kind of cool. A little bit of a gray. This is a better blue. Interesting, there's rubber bands all over it. And see, we're putting colors down pretty bold here because kind of now that we know, now that we did start with the background, know our value structure. I don't want to like that. Every mark I put down, for the most part now, I'm really checking the value. Color is very subjective. And while we're going for a specific color, people are going to see that color very different. The hard part about this bow is going to be having it make sense with less than hyper detail all the way through, is what we're going. That's why, like I say, it's going to come down to values. And then we will have to use color for a lot. We'll have to turn forms with color too. But our value is what's going to keep the bow structure correct to our eye. Because it'll make sense with how it bends, how it forms, how two layers with rubber bands interact. But if our values tell us that one side comes ahead of the other, or it doesn't sink into the back of the bow here or there, it's going to really throw off the shape of the bow and what it really is supposed to be. Never mind. Those will come. Like even right there, there's light actually coming through that kind of important to at least hint at. Yeah, I'm not gonna be breaking it down into hyper realistic, break out the magnifying glass and that. But I want it to make sense right away. It certainly, the form should. What's my all in here? It's very dark. But we need get this front color. Might leave perfect white. Biggest thing I've learned about these water brushes is you don't so much, when you're using them as a brush, you don't want to just like force the water out. You let it naturally keep the brush wet, kind of mixing in and out of paint. At least that's what I'm finding. I definitely use it for a lot of different. I have a clean one that I use. It's almost like a dropper. I can just drop paint anywhere with it, obviously. And I just keep it clean. Yeah, actually. That does go into a blue almost. Picking up a lot of the, especially because we're in snow, I'm gonna pick up a lot of reflected cool lights from the sky and the snow. Normally planes facing up are gonna pick up light, or blues if it's a cool day, sunny day, etc. But in the snow, you're gonna get even more of it, because light's gonna be reflected from all over, from the ground, from the edges, from the little mounds in front of it. So it's gonna be more times than not very cool of tints on everything. Cool being the color like blue, which not. Hey man, that's cool. That's different. That's not so much color. That's a kind of. I feel like the soundtrack goes really good with the game. Here, I have to make sure this value stays perfect, and it has to be tinted far warmer than that. It has to be a very warm dark. Because that's now reflecting, picking up her and her hair and her, because it's pointing down, picking up all the light and marks of her outfit almost. And the value has to stay very dark. We have to make sure we show those forms. We'll go back to stay warm up here and kind of change, transition down to a neutral gray almost. Right? Oh, right. Oh, you know what? That's that same color as that leather. Yeah. like a leather hand strap that goes underneath this, like here to there. That's why it's one of the things, like, people a lot of times supposed to draw what you see, not what you know. But it's helpful to know it too. Like, that's an unfortunate thing. We're taught pretty black and white, because if you do know what you're drawing, it's very beneficial. It can actually help a lot. You know, anatomy, it's going to help with figure drawing. It doesn't mean you draw from memory, but you can certainly look at it and say, no, that's not where the hip should be. And that's not a negative. Same as this, I'm studying the image I'm looking at and trying to learn what's happening, how the bow works, how they have it set up and positioned. Again, you're not just random, especially when it's in like a game or something. Method to how they're doing it. Why? Again, we're going to come back in with a pen too. That's one of the beauties of watercolor. We've talked about this a little bit in the Harry Potter. Yeah, just how much you can actually layer and work watercolors with other media. Very fun. It's definitely a medium that lends itself, because again, you can cover it, you can work back into it. It almost like primes the paper for watercolor. Then you can use marker if you want, acrylic, gouache, pen and ink. It almost just works with just about everything. The bow, like we talked about, will definitely be a part that we'll carve back out with some nice pen and ink marks as well. Because what we're trying to show with the first pass, just the general shape and structure of it. That's gonna catch. It's almost shiny. It's like metallic. Looks cool. That'll be up there. We'll come back into the gel pen on that spot. Change our brush. Now tap it into color. You need a little. very weird that it looks so metallic. Make that a little darker. Like 2 shades darker, not even enough. Enough that it show that form there. That light's catching here, not that edge. This part too, I think there might be parts of the bow that we leave white actually, which I don't normally do. But I believe with watercolor that is how you're supposed to use white. I don't think you're supposed to use the white paint. I think your whites is supposed to be paint. Could be made up. Tough to say for sure. Do this part, I'm gonna put in a full just yellow wash, and then I'll go back in with blue colored pencil and line it out, or even just another brush. But at this point, it's definitely going down as a solid yellow. That's just gonna be the accurate color. Gold, a little golden there. That's what's going on. Might be a little more saturated, but live with it. I like the look of it, so I'm gonna allow it. Yeah, and what I'm gonna do is I'll go in with almost like a darker yellow and a green and shade it out. So I'm gonna try to shade it without the specific detail. And how I do that is I just squint down, kind of focus on the shape as a whole. And I'll kind of try to shade it a little bit. So that I won't even have to put in as many lines, really. Because it's blue and yellow, so ultimately you have yellow background with blue thin lines. It's gonna look a little green. Fun fact. Okay, that's that. Okay. So see, we will have to go through white on the front edge. That could definitely be done with wash, but we have a lot of marks in here that will some of those marks from the background. Finishing up. Is this going too dark? And oh. That's not a perfect white. We just drag that color right through. almost using a clean brush and just picking up a little bit of color. Just always checking our proportions, our values, our shapes, the marks we're putting down as we're putting them down. Need this marker here. Like we say, this paper is also very small, so that's part of why we like to draw at so much detail. So then we can, again, pick and choose, use it or lose it as that I'm kind of putting in, like I say, I'm squinting down and I'm kind of trying to see the overall value and form instead of each detail. Because I'm going to put a lot of details in with a pen or even a color pencil. Not a lot, I shouldn't, but we'll be cleaning it up here and there. Yeah. Gosh. Like an elephant. See, that's tricky because this shows. That works. That part, it's just too far down. It can't level up. Highlight as above, farther away from the main light. Even though it's facing back up, have a half a degree past it. Okay, cool. Let's bring this like gray we're working with. Right out to this over here. Close. Definitely has that feel. There's a little bit of red reflection there that we'll pick up on. Alright. I kind of want a little guy. That little guy? I don't want to worry about that little guy. Going with a pretty dark value here. And separate the bow out like we've been talking. So we've been saying that like separate at the junction here. Got all two different not two different bows, but two different pieces of material that have been attached through these compounds, or rubber bands. I don't think the rubber bands are the only thing holding it together, but they do play a big role. Just filling in where I see these very dark shapes. And I am going pretty dark right off the bat because I kind of know where it should be close enough that I'm okay committing to these marks. And I'm also not going for hyper realism here. That's just not fun to me. For the photos, that's what a camera is, you know. So we draw, that's why we draw a lot of details, and then we have the information, the ability to pick and choose what we want, like an editor, right? Paragraph in front of you, you can pick some words, different words, some out, throw some new ones in. All the same. If we don't have that information, it becomes incredibly more difficult to pick and choose what we do and don't like at that time. Damn. Not a ton of like dark values in the hand here. Got a shoulder. The hands here. Okay. Up right in here. Remarks that I see. Yeah, I saw that I had kind of messed up those dark values. Not messed up, but hadn't completed them. So as I was doing all fine. Brush. Felt like a good time to go make those values. these nice, perfect, like dark values to show the darker values that aren't an actual, like, the darkest dark. It's like anything. If you have color is comprised of colors around very, very much. So if you have your darkest dark and then a value that's supposed to be close to that, and they're the same value, it's not gonna look. Something that people sometimes are afraid to put in because it's like, oh well, that's such a permanent mark. It is, but you just have to get it. You have to find your darkest dark, your lightest light. Then you can begin gauging things accurately. And that's what begins to change your art when you are not only seeing the values and the shapes, you're putting them in when you. Because so often we're working, we're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get to that, and I'm gonna make sure once I finish this, I'll do this part. Sometimes that works, but other times you just have to actually your mark, make it, working right around, and you keep just working the whole piece all together. Some new liquid IVs coming today. It's very exciting. Gotta stay hydrated. It will probably take a couple layers of white, but I'm gonna try to put down some pretty thick, opaque white here. Just so we start seeing all these shapes. Continues. We have our white brush that we'll use as well. Actually, that's gonna be exactly. That'll be much better. That's a fun relief picture. is one of those times where I'm going in with a white, and it's, if I wanted it to be white, it probably wouldn't work. But what's gonna happen is it's gonna kind of, the wording, I guess, dry out and then just kind of be like this chalky, shiny gray. I hope. Supposed to happen at least. That part's yeah. Alright, let's get the rubber band. Again, I don't know too much about the game, so I'm not specifically sure how much of the bow's customized stuff, so all of the details could be very important, surprisingly enough. Especially in a video game, RPG game, similar to this. Where all these different items and abilities you unlock sort of start creating the fun of the game, you know? You'll see that I'm just kind of putting down like big strips of color. I'll go back in with my pen and ink and work it out, but it's also gonna lose its opacity as it dries. So I'm trusting that I might like the look of it, solid mark. Or if I don't like the look of it, I can change it. Oh. Simple, right? I mean, if it's the blue, I might as well make it that blue and then going around it. See, now I can go back in, add some different values, a couple lighter values, and again, it'll dry and this interesting vibe and look to it that I, again, can change, but I might not have to. So that's brilliant. Working, you know, you're letting the paint work for you. There's no reason you have to fight it. I almost just like said, like, the paint speak, but that's like just not, we're not going there. That's a little too out there. Because again, that's just not true. You very much want to be able to control what you're doing. That's all it comes down to. I'm not going to come in with India ink and put a mark that I don't know if it's going to work. Every mark that I'm taking a chance on are marks that I think I can probably correct if I have to. Change, fix, tweak. And then there are places that I'm using far more precision and care. You know, I get silent and I'm holding my breath and everybody's like, what's happening? I'm just like, oh yeah, I forgot I was even here. Not right. Yes, our dog lays underneath our chair as if trying to, like, just waiting for me to do something that he can sue me for. Ran over my tail. I'm suing you. It's like, what? We're laying there. He's laying under my chair. It's very scary. Trying to show some form, and a couple more, like, highlights aren't even the word really, but marks, just marks, that's all. Couple more marks in there. Kind of thick. But not as relaxing as anything else that's playing. Ways to make an area brighter. Brighten it, make the value lighter, put in a lighter value. Or darken around it. Yes, this makes the value in front much brighter. Could it not? Certainly don't want any white surrounding the bow on the front, because that's supposed to be our brightest bright. So if we have white there, that's going to be the brightest bright, and it's just not going to look like the front or a shine. There's branches and stuff, and I'm not trying to get too specific, but I am trying to give impression. see what happens. And with this part of the bow, I definitely want to make sure that this white mark, I mean the arrow, all these whites, I kind of don't, because they're on highlight edges, so you can't, it's just not, you can do a little bit, and if you're going to lose some of your edges, that's fine too, but I'm not playing with too many lost edges here. So to try to lose an edge that's on like a perfectly white highlight is just not it. Over here and stuff, you could definitely make it work, because again, you're not working with a white on a white. All this stuff you're gonna want, all like on this side where it's a highlight edge, you're really gonna want, I don't know, dark value behind there probably. Not all the time. Nothing all the time. I'm just looking at it, seeing. Good. Oh. Find the more solid. It almost looks motion, full of motion, you know? I don't really want like white back to the... I'm just kind of messily putting colors and shapes, not even shapes. It was just like color and kind of softening edges out back here. Very little pigment and a lot of water on the brush. So again, I'm covering all the white marks and moving and softening some of these other shapes. Definitely gonna pick some of the pigment up as well. Okay. Now I can back. They won't keep such a crisp edge. Kind of just design elements now. I'm not going to resolve the background too much, so more playing with composition. Paint. This fucking... I don't know about this brush. Love-hate relationship. Sometimes I just really think it's better to just like a solid paint, but it's very convenient. It goes down very with a nice consistency. And highlight, like it's a very nice white once it's down. Just pen is so unpredictable. Never really works. I think the best it worked was 8 I just made. here, white highlights. Can always change. I'm making that one last part right here. A little bit here, maybe. Didn't you like that? Something. Working your breathing. Keep here, like trying to blow dust. It's like he's like, what is that? Okay, deep inhale. Like, wait, what? They can't be doing anything. Like getting spit everywhere. Just getting it like all covered in spit and washing off. So here's an example where I'm going to use a lost edge because this is going to be a perfect highlight and the highlight from the arrow is going to continue. I don't mind having that connect and not see where each meets because you'll be able, your brain won't peek the small portion, small segment is going to make sense everywhere else. That's exactly where you kind of add that lost edge. See how much you can go back in with the white. So it's just like we were talking about the fun part of watercolor. How many mediums and pigments and layers and washes it adds. And I'm sure it's not exactly how it's supposed to be used. A lot of highlight mark, why not? It will probably be more gel pen. Ambitious. Feeling ambitious, so what? Okay, we can fix it. We can rebuild her. That was better. I have an air gun. You just push a button, it's made to blow dust away from projects. If you ever want it. Very cool thing. Almost every workshop in the world has them. Like art, jewelry, wood. That is the best. Like a pressure washer, only it's air, dense air. You're gonna go. No, come at. No. Come on screen. Well, it's not. Yeah, but you said yet. Right. And if that's how your piece gets, and if that's how your piece gets recognized and sold, I think that's also not the end of it. Even if it is. No, I take a break right now. There's right. Put light gray in here. And I take a 5-minute break. Actually, I'm gonna put a blue in. How did those just not get touched? So weird. All right, liking. Nice, bow's looking good. Good. Bow's looking good. All that. We're gonna come in. We're gonna finish up. We'll tighten up the hair. We just put all these highlights in. We're gonna keep tightening and finishing up this bow. So we're gonna resolve that tighter. We're gonna add more vibrancy in here. Kind of soften these edges. Tweak up this bow so the string. We'll finesse the string. This part we're gonna finish up coming back up through here with a lot of outlining and pen marks. This part will be called pencil, and that part we're liking. We're gonna kind of tighten that up a little bit in there. But it's working. We have to take a quick break, and then we have to stretch, reset our mind, reset our brain, and we're right back. Appreciate that love. I appreciate the support. Please make sure to hit that like and that sub button if you don't. And if you haven't already, hit the bell so you don't miss it. We'll be back. 5 minutes, gang. Appreciate you. right. Right back into it. Right back into it. Yeah, I never really know if I should go to this cam and be like, hey, we're back, okay. Or just click right over it, but. Time we did it that way. All right, got our colored pencils. We have rolls. All right. Grabbing a couple colors we might use. Why not? All right, let's see. Let's see. Get this bow done. What kind of wood it is? Matters. Go to match. Close color value here. Right, so we want a little more value here. That's shit. Actually is relatively light. As it goes backwards here. Kind of a light. I think that's again because the values around it are darker. So that's a good example of colors kind of being dictated by what's around it. Brown's probably equal or close value all the way around, but because there's darker values, surrounding it down here. It's just gonna look light. It's gonna look like a lighter value. see. So again, I'll move to the side like I talked about so that I can see without the glare that the water will put down sometimes. Right. I like yes. Aloy. That's good. I don't It's like went upstairs. It's like gorgeous. Must be Aloy. How's the skills with lighter gouache? Kind of again going down like we put before, where it's gonna be not as dark as we put it down, but it'll kind of gray out almost. We're just gonna keep adding a little bit more white to that and kind of keep putting down thicker, or I guess not thicker, but more saturated gouache. Third. I think around there. That'd be like a rabbit hair, I guess. Good lo-fi beats today. It's always day. Been digging lo-fi beats lately. It's really nice. I was talking about today. It's really nice because it just kind of lets your brain get to work instead of sometimes being distracted by songs that you know, or even like, that will take you out of the zone. Really nice. Just having the beats continue and kind of be like, all right, I can just keep working. Adding a little bit of value into that so that it kind of keeps. I'm gonna call this drill the Exorcist because it's all about controlling possession. Your mic gate is cutting in quite a bit today. I don't know if maybe because you talk quieter when you're working. I'm not sure. Check. Is cutting in quite a bit. What's that mean? So it's not opening. Wait, what's the first line mean? What the hell? The first line is Ted Lasso. Oh my god. Is that the new season? Did you catch up? Is that better? That's probably a lot better. I think I opened up the gate quite a bit there. And it might be because I move away, you're right. So that's why I want it to definitely not cut in and out, if I can help it. How you doing, man? Still on season 2. Okay. Season 3 is coming soon. Much better. All right, cool. Gracias. It has to be because I just talk quieter, like you said, for sure. So it doesn't pick it up quite as much. We're gonna call this play the Exorcist. Are you liking Ted Lasso? Loving it. You have to be. Have you seen the dart scene yet? I don't know if that was that season 1? I think it was season 1. No, maybe that was season 2. The dart scene is fucking legendary. Love it. It's so good. Just so good. Yeah, everybody in it starts becoming so like, and yeah, everybody starts being so good. Ted's just a man. The dart scene's great, right? He's going barbecue sauce. Wow. So fucking awesome. I like him just like I like Mother's bathing suits. The lines he says are freaking incredible. They're so funny. Because I love me and Mothers. Like it's like the, what does he say? It's like the instruction booklet on why people are crazy. All his lines are fucking so good. Yeah, he's like just a legendary character. Instantly. And it's not even a show that builds up from like the first episode and gets better. It's like, it's good from the get-go. Episode 1, you're like, oh, this is really... And then it ends and you're like, yep, I'm in. Sign me up. I want some more Lasso. I need some more Lasso in my life. We want to grow a mustache. That kind of little bit, but like just a mustache. I can't, obviously. It's so unacceptable. But he pulls it off. What are they, the Diamond Dogs? Is that what they call themselves? Yeah, right? Oh, that's fun. Season 3's coming, I think, kind of soon. But you know me, I could be completely wrong about that. there is that other little shoot. Oh. Alright, fellas, you gotta remember your body is like day-old rice. Oh my god. Every line is just so good. Who even comes up with those? They're fucking brilliant, dude. I feel like he ad-libs a lot of, I feel like he makes a lot of that up, but that's probably just not true. It's gotta be writing. Genius writing. It has to be just genius writing. Acting is lousy, but that's okay. No, the acting's good enough. It's believable enough. It's not great, but they're also like, you know, European people. If you're not European, I don't even know. It works. Like nothing about it screams like unbelievable or anything like that. I don't know. I guess that's not true. He's just maybe so good that it 100% works. And you could be totally right that he's just genuinely so good that the rest of the cast just kind of doesn't matter. Yeah, not even doesn't matter. They just, that part of the show doesn't make, I don't know, it kind of worked for me. A weird song. Ice cream's the best. It's kind of like seeing Billy Joel live. It never disappoints. Are you looking these up, or have you just memorized every one of your favorite lines? Have you just been crushing it nonstop? I'm in a 10 rabbit hole. Dude, I told you. I feel like that's literally how I told you about it. Like, oh my god, dude, it's the best. Like, I was like that when I was telling you about the show, because it is that, it's that good. It's one of those shows that's that good of a show. And to your point, he's that good of a character. He's that likable, positive, funny, means well, all that sort of stuff character that you just, yeah, that you root for Ted. You just become a Lasso fan. I'm gonna have to watch it again here soon too to get ready for season 3. I think season 3 is coming soon. Maybe they just started filming? I don't know. No, I never know. On Roy's excessive swing, it's kind of like all the nipples in that movie Showgirls. Halfway through, you don't even notice. You just kind of get sucked into the narrative. Roy Keane. He's here. He's there. He's every fucking where. Roy Keane. Is that his name? Kent. Roy Kent. Roy Keane is someone else. Is that a real player? Roy Kent? Kent, I think, right? It's so good. Roy Kent. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Season 3, March 15th. Yes! I knew it. He was in a World Cup Christian Pulisic commercial. I don't know. You guys probably didn't even get it out there. But Pulisic was like talking about pressure in one of the scenes. He's like in with a therapist. And Roy Kent's in there. He's like, he's just like sitting in the therapist room. He's like, I'm just here for the treats or something, or the candy. He's like eating mints in the therapist's office. It's so weird. It was literally a World Cup commercial with like Christian Pulisic and Roy Kent. Oh yeah, March 15th. That's close. The hair we're gonna resolve with a lot of pen marks here. Works though. You're more mysterious than Dave and Blaine reading a Sue Craft novel at Area 51. Is that a real line of his? Oh my gosh. And the way he says everything with like that little southern twang is just fucking brilliant. No, I still haven't, dude. It's crazy. I haven't watched a lot of like TV or movies actually lately, to be fair. Usually I watch far more movies, but I've actually been doing a lot of like NBA and sports because this weekend was the dunk contest, so I was kind of watching that and in on that. I haven't been watching as many movies as I do, but I have to get back into it. Show I've been doing The Last of Us, but only once a week when it's like come out. I haven't really been watching another show. But that's still there. That's so funny. That's like fully a top movie for you, right? Is it still a top movie for you? Yeah, right? It's got so many quotable lines. It's up there with Anchorman. Oh. That's fun. Isn't there? So aren't there a couple of them? Isn't there like Wayne's World 2 or something? And are the second and third like comparable, or are they like, I guess second, only second? Is it like watchable, or is it like some sequels where it's just like, nope, they missed and it's bad? That's why I'm gonna watch Wayne's World tonight. I'm gonna fucking watch it tonight. I'm gonna watch it like after. I fucking fucked up my back again, which is a bummer, but that's neither here nor there. But so I have to rest tonight, so I will actually watch it after the stream. It'll be very fun. It's one of the better sequels of the genre. Ah, okay. Is this all just your opinion, or is this like common knowledge? No, Wayne's World's definitely a very popular movie. Of course, my opinion. No, but Wayne's World is thought of as one of those big top. I mean, isn't that why Mike Myers kind of is Mike Myers? Obviously, Austin Powers. But, like, without... Who is it? Mike Myers and Dana Carvey, right? And then there's... Oh, because then there's Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. That's what that's the other thing that's in my brain that I'm confusing. And that's Keanu Reeves and... I don't know. Probably nobody knows the other guy. Wayne's World was his breakout. Oh, no shit. Okay. Interesting. That's cool. I don't know if I knew that about Wayne's World. I feel like I must have. That was one of the movies that started as a skit on SNL. I must have known. That's cool. That'll be a fun one to watch. What's interesting is I actually have no clue what Wayne's World is about. Like, again, I know... Oh, there you go. That's the premise. That's so funny. Dude, that's so freaking funny. Unless you responded to me saying, I don't know what it is. But I had not looked up and said that. Carvey and Myers at the Wayne's World skit on SNL. Basement cable access show. That's the premise of... The movie, the premise, like that's what Wayne's World is, right? Okay, yeah, that sounds familiar. SNL skit was down in their basement doing a cable access show. They expanded. Sure, the movie has like a plot of some sort. I would imagine that the plot's probably not great, but like works with the story. I love how that looks. Yeah, I don't mind it actually. That's cool. It almost, because it's broken like that, it has that thread look where you can kind of see through it. It's just, if anything, contour lines. This is not a game I know a lot about. Trying to show details that I kind of think are probably important. Switch your brain off, silly movie, silly funny as hell. Yeah, I mean, again, oh, for sure. No part of me is going in expecting, like, gonna start cinematically breaking it down. That's kind of why I'm excited for it. It's actually really fun. Happy Gilmore was on this past weekend, and I've seen Happy Gilmore a billion times. It's fucking brilliant every time I watch it. You probably don't like Happy Gilmore or Adam Sandler, right? I feel like. Yeah, I know you're gonna say that. I know it. Love that movie. Oh, okay, that's sad. It's so good, dude. Seen it 1,000 times, but I just was on and I was like building a dresser or a small little something over here, like a little cabinet, and I just put it on. It was so fucking funny, man. It's so good. What? Friends listen to Endless Love in the Dark? Mister! Oh my god, it's so, another just like absurd fucking ridiculous premise. So fun. You just does not want to be dark here. Yeah. Here we go. So did you say you don't like Billy Madison? Like Billy Madison too? No, you don't like Jim Carrey, you said. No. Just the way he says it is so freaking perfect. I like Jim Carrey. I have this discussion every time. You don't really, though. You like two of his movies, and you dislike his best movie. Because you don't. So when you're afraid I hate Jim Carrey, you do. If you hate Dumb and Dumber, you have that's it. That's Jim Carrey, dude. That's insane. That's why that lives in my brain. I've never heard that in the history. Like, there's nothing. I think you should watch it again. I think you should have to watch it again. I'm going to watch Wayne's World, and I think you have to watch Dumb and Dumber. That movie's like perfect. That is so funny. That's definitely why I think you don't like Jim Carrey. Love Happy Gilmore, Wayne's here. I can't stand Little Nicky or Waterboy. What? Little Nicky I get. Little Nicky's out there. But Waterboy and Happy Gilmore are like kind of the same movie. I guess not really. Waterboy's fucking hilarious. Captain Insano shows no mercy. Oh, that is so funny. Interesting. Same thing with Dumb and Dumber, right? That's wild. I almost don't even like reading that message out loud because it's like I feel like it's like I shouldn't even be something that's said out loud. That's just crazy talk. Like I read and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna read that out loud. I can't say that. People hear that and they think I say that. I'll be in big trouble. And I'm definitely biased. I guess that's not even the word, but I mean that's my number one movie of all time. So it's like I just doesn't make sense. I don't think the word is biased, but you know what I mean. sure I'm on a small list of people in that. Absolutely. 100%. Waterboy, definitely not. I can see a lot of people not liking that. That's 100%. I can definitely see people not liking that sort of Adam Sandler comedy. But Dumb and Dumber, that is some wild stuff, man. I just think of that movie and I like laugh out loud to myself. Waterboy is surprising. Only because I feel like the humor between Waterboy, Billy Madison, and Adam Sandler are all very close. Is the only reason that one's kind of surprising. I can also, that's like I said, I can also definitely see people not liking that movie. But I would say that they don't like a lot of Adam Sandler stuff instead of just that one. But I always felt like those three movies were not the same. Because that's just not the way. But very, very similar. White. I want the highlights to be back here, not like up front. Oh, much more to this actually. Kind of checking what the final marks are going to be. A little bit actually. Don't want to do that. Where is? I don't remember if this works. I don't know if this works with Prismacolors. The lead might be too soft. Ugh. like going in with a colored pencil here and darkening. Again, watercolor is very fun. You can use a lot of different marks and mediums. Really just keep building up the layers and tones. Gotta bounce, fella. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Peace and love. Appreciate you, Quantum. Hope you're enjoying Ted Lasso, and thanks for chilling, brother. It's good to, always a pleasure to talk to you, bro. Download Warzone so we can play some games, dude. Come on, man. I miss my guy. I'll think about it. Oh, come on. We're not even streaming it. Why not? They're too fast. No way, dude. It's all just fun. They are too fast. You impassioned with your trusty Barstorm. Are you still running around? I know you're going, but are you still running around on Battlefield 1? That's commitment. Did you like help create it? Did you help make, do you have money invested in Battlefield 1? Be honest. The commitment level, man. Damn. I love it. That one that you can't leave behind. Game gives me pure joy. I love that, bro. Yeah, that's awesome. Best thing you can hope for out of a game, right? Hogwarts has been very fun. I know that's not what you're looking for. Best way to burn 4 or 5 hours after a straight week, play my tune, switch off, and go have fun with a few beers too. That's all we do on Warzone, dude. Same thing, man. Same game, my brother. Been drinking high noons over here. Digging them. You guys have high noons out there? Probably not. You're probably ashamed at high noons. They're probably very frowned upon. You're good though. I don't got a bounce for show, brother. Full firm game on Friday, and it's a final cup. Oh, the hype is real. Hell yeah, go get it, brother. Are you going to it? I hope if you're going, you have fun. Sunday, nice, dude. That's good stuff. That'll be awesome. That'll be very fun, dude. The hype is real. Almost gotta go back in with the gel pen. Gel pens make marks that nothing else is gonna make. Trying to work that blue in so it's not as just standout-ish. I also use alcohol markers. Even just a blending marker is always good for this. You can really blend pencil with watercolor. But I sometimes use water because I feel like don't change the composition too much of it, and it doesn't even necessarily move it around as much as kind of like just work it in so it looks a little bit more natural, kind of like when we tap out our whatever. Leave a lurk open. Don't know if that helps on YouTube. It does indeed, my brother. So I do appreciate you, bro. Significant difference. It's actually unfortunate because it actually makes a difference on YouTube, whereas Twitch it really doesn't, because YouTube is just watch time. So if it's open and watching, it's significant. Or I guess it makes a difference on Twitch, but again, unless you have a lot of people doing it. YouTube's pretty cool. The more I learned about YouTube, it's pretty legit. Kind of the only reason I keep streaming here. I would probably have a much bigger stream pretty quickly on Twitch. But a YouTube guy. Okay, okay, okay. So one could argue that the background darker. Just framing up the face better. I mean, it's just easier to see it. So I said it's not a hyper realistic piece. So the last thing we care about is per se the background beyond a design sense that it adds to the piece and doesn't make it, you know, too distracting. It's a little distracting, but it also works in pulling her forward and big time. Just I think it kind of works for movement. Almost looks like she's mid pullback. You're seeing the motion in the camera move almost. So I'm okay with it, which I normally wouldn't be, but I'm really liking how it's looking. That's kind of fun. A very different style. What we have to do is put in a little darker value here. Oh yeah, I'm excited for Wayne's World. That's super fun. Ooh, that's what I want. Da, da. Ah, my Blackwing pencil. Yes. They'll even put a little bit of a subtle shine on it, won't they? But their value is going to stay very dark. See, they're going to put a nice little shine in, but keep darkening everything as well. About to go through all of this with a pen as well. Final few marks here. We're finishing it up. We're not going to do too much more to almost anything but the bow at this point, really. We know I say that and then things change. And I end up working through like every aspect of what I said I wasn't gonna, but this time. Not even putting that bottom like mark everywhere. Certain places where I want to kind of accent some darker lines. This is where we need to make these. so that you can tell it's and stands differently in the back. Okay, might even go in with a little white here. Highlight some of that below. Okay, couple more marks. We're getting close. Bad marks there. Why did that come off so uneven? All works to me. Style we're going for, I have no complaints. As we continue working in watercolor, all we continue doing is learning the medium so that we can continue to push our own style, and that's going to change the process. It's going to change the final pieces. It's going to change a lot of it. But until we continue working long enough to know the medium to be able to even do that, little bits here or there, because this is very much a journey we're taking together. Make sure to do like the whole 1 year ago watercolor. Pretty fun. I have to get like a little screen like right here or something. Go right around and outline her, but I also kind of really like some of my edges here. Not gonna do that. Oh, I will definitely correct it. Not even correct it. Highlighting, I guess. So pretty much it. with their edges defined a little more. Oh nope, we're out of music. Perfect timing. See, that's how you run a stream. Time it so that when the music's done, completely on purpose. So we're not like exactly done. I guess we're not really painting. All right, and now I just need to put more white here. Cool. Lines on the beach. That's wild. All right, the signs are starting to creep me out. That's where we have to end it now. Yeah, that is it. We're gonna wrap it up. That piece is finito. Yeah, we like how the bow came forward. Yeah, we like how the bow came forward when we outlined it there and put in some good marks, good pen and ink marks. Yeah, Right marks right there. Come on. Yep. Now we got the light correct, the motion, the movement, and the proportions all right where we need them to be. That is how we're gonna wrap it up. That's where this piece is gonna end. Let's give it a sign. And that is how we're gonna do it. Yeah, we like it. Another fun piece. We really had fun with this Aloy piece. We enjoyed the character exploration, the representation, the bow, all of the detailing. The thing about it was really, it was a fun piece to do for sure. We're happy we did it. We're gonna come back to it. We were gonna do another Figure Friday piece today, but clearly, as we said in the beginning of the piece, we got our days confused. So we'll be back on Monday with Gestural Mondays. Tuesday, we'll be starting a new piece probably. And then Watercolor Wednesday. Thursday, who knows? Figure Friday. Now we're going to continue. So we are loving the creation. We're loving the process. We're loving the artistic vibes. We hope everybody's enjoying the content out there. We will actually have a new video this weekend, which is good. Charcoal portrait. So good stuff. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. Please be sure to hit that like and that subscribe down below and the bell. It greatly helps the channel and you won't miss any content. So win-win really right there. But until next time, everybody has a great weekend. And I'm going to say in case you don't know, but for those that do, stay healthy, stay happy. Much love, gang.